Do it right, build wealth, live life, economic empowerment, real tips, insight on the new Black Wall Street. It's on the new Black Wall Street. He's your host.
All right, my beautiful people, thanks so much for tuning in. This is ERGJ, your certified financial educator and founder of New Black Wall Street. We are here tonight going through our New Black Wall Street nightcap. We're going to be going through a little bit of the book, The Greatest Salesman in the World. One of the books that actually helped to transform my mind, which ultimately transformed my life. And I want to share that a little bit with you tonight, just because of the day that I had. And you guys already know I done had a day. We're going to talk about it in just a second. Of course, today's episode is brought to you by True Detergent. That's right, True Detergent, manufactured right here in the Atlanta area, Black owned and manufactured. We're making delivery to your doorstep in the Atlanta area. Give us a call at 678-851-2400. That's 678-851-2400. A 101-ounce bottle, $15. That's 15 cents per wash. And here's the deal, guys. You're going to wash your clothes anyway. The question is, are you going to support your brother and sister? Are you going to practice what you preach by circulating your dollar right back in the community by making the switch? True Detergent. Make the switch. And I'm super excited, guys, because our investment session is now sold out. There are some people who are serious about learning how to capture profit, learning how to make some money, learning how to work themselves out of their own depression. In other words, you want to finance your own freedom. And I was presenting an opportunity for people to learn how they can actually earn their way to freedom. And that was one of those options, was actually through the True investment session. But True is actually expanding. That's going to give distributors and that whole company a lot more opportunity. Everybody put in the comments below opportunity. So we'll give more people opportunity to make more money, opportunity to hire more folks, opportunity to expand and grow. And they're looking to bring new products, which is the fragrance-free detergent and also the fabric softener, to the market. Well, what does that do, guys? Well, when you buy a bottle of True from me, then I'm going to also be able to offer you a bottle of fabric softener, so you can have your whole your washroom full of True. Isn't that exciting? I know it is. Well, it's so exciting. I want to make sure that you guys go ahead and make that donation. Here's the deal. We have the opportunity. Let me say it again. We have the opportunity, and dare I say the obligation, to finally come together and help a Black company rule the world. Become, you know what I'm saying? We've seen Coca-Cola rise. We've seen Amazon rise. We've seen Netflix rise. We've seen all these companies that weren't owned and controlled by us. And now that we actually have the opportunity to help catalyst or help jumpstart a company that's for us, by us, and that we can be a part of, not only in their growth, not only watching them rise, be a part of their rise itself by benefiting our pockets. To me, it's a no-brainer. But for some people, they just don't see it. And for many of us, we've been so conditioned to support other people, we don't even know how to support our own. Well, I'm giving you the opportunity to do that now. It's a Kickstarter program. And here's the deal. If it was any other ethnic group, this Kickstarter program would already be complete. I got people ask me, well, are they having problems with bills and all this stuff? No. Do you understand what a Kickstarter program is? It's to kickstart a new campaign. They have something they're looking to bring, and they need to kickstart it. Otherwise, it's going to take a long time before we can finally get the True clear. So that is what a Kickstarter program is for. But of course, if you don't know business, you've never started anything in your life or started a startup company, you wouldn't understand that. But this is a company that is legit. This is a company that I believe is going to be the catalyst for the urban economic revolution. This is what we've been waiting on. We've been waiting on an opportunity like this to get behind a company that provides something that people are going to use anyway, that we can be a part of if enough people open their eyes and see what we can do from an economic standpoint. We get our brothers and sisters off the street, get them out, get them from slanging dope to slanging some detergent. We get our sisters out of the freaking strip club so they can do something worthwhile with their life. You have an opportunity, and dare I say an obligation, to make this come true. It is up to us. At some point in time, we have to say, it's on me now. It's on me now. And for every bottle that I sell, every piece of profit that I get, I'm funneling as much as I can into this program. I'm taking half of whatever I own or whatever I earn, and I'm funneling it right back into the True expansion. Now, this is the deal. Many of us know that we should reinvest back into our community. Many of us will talk about it and complain about it, but how many of us are going to actually do something about it? And that's your opportunity to do that. Now, we do have a couple things coming up. The Snapchat IPO session, that's going to be on Tuesday, and the Dow 30 investment session as well. This is all for Club Millie. You're welcome to join us and talk and sit at the kitchen table as we change the conversation and talk about money, looking for opportunities of ways to make our money work for us. That's totally available to you, and all you got to do is just sign up. That's it. we're going to do it anyway. The question is, are you going to be sitting with us? Or are you going to be still watching TV, still wasting your money, and still not looking for opportunity? We are people that's hell-bent on finding opportunities and capitalizing on this society, on this system, this capitalistic system that we live up under. Now, in case you wonder what Club Millie is, Club Millie is where we are. Our goal is to help 1,000 people save and invest $1,000 this year. And we're going to do that. Now, if you take 1,000, you multiply it by 1,000, you now have 1 million. So $1 million of cash, of capital, of leverage that we can then decide what we want to do with it. So if you want to be a part of this movement, if you want to be a part of this movement, not a moment, this movement, then you can always join us with Club Millie. I didn't put the link in for you guys to sign up. I wasn't thinking about that. If you wanted to find out more, you got so many more information people. Let me put that in here. Let me put that in here for you because I know we got some more information people that's watching today. Then you can go ahead and sign up for that. Now here's the deal. We started this program 3 weeks ago. Okay, our goal was to be at 100 people by the end of February. We are now at 90 people, 90 members, right? So you got to ask yourself, am I going to continue to watch everyone else get rich, or I'm going to participate in getting rich? That's your question, because that's just it. That's what it is. So let me start now. And we're going to be talking about I will master my emotions. I will persist until I see. So what's going on, Irvin? What's going on, Mr. Valentine? Thanks so much for joining. Xavier's in the building. Grass Flow. Oh, man, I really need to talk to you today, Grass Flow. I really need you today, but I'm good now. Justin Math is there. What's going on, Anthony? What's going on? Club Millie is representing. If you're a part of Club Millie, if you're a Club Millie member, go ahead and throw that hashtag down there. Go ahead and throw that Club Millie down there and let people know you represent. Latia, what's going on? How are you? Thanks so much for joining. Cookie's in the building. Now, here's the deal, guys. First, I must say that I'm going ahead and apologize to the village. Yes, I'm going ahead and do that. I'm going to apologize to you because here's the deal, man. Like, I realize that there are times that, I lose my cool, okay? I lost my cool today, and I'm going to apologize. I'm not going to apologize to the person I lost my cool to. I'm going to apologize to you because I realize that as this person, whatever I am, to me, I'm just a regular guy, but whatever I am, that, I need to represent you guys in a better fashion. But here's what I wanted to talk about before I get into what we're going to talk about tonight, because during this process, what I learned is that, and you got to learn something, right? Because if you're going to go through a test, you got to learn something. What did you learn? Well, what I learned is that as you start to progress, as you start to have more success in your life, as you as you begin to try to make a difference, everybody put in the comments below, impact. When you decide in your life that you're going to use your life to make an impact, you're going to run across these little devils, okay? These enemies, right? You know them. Y'all call them haters. Y'all call them whatever y'all want to call them. But they are little devils. Now, I didn't run into the big devil today. I ran into the little devils. I ran into all the little minions, who whatever. But here's the deal. What I learned is this. Number one, I want you guys to understand who I am, all right? So who am I? Because people hit me up, hey, don't tarnish your brand, don't do this and that. Listen, you don't understand who I am. Number one, I'm a black man. That's right. That's it. I was born black. I'm going to be black to the day I die. I'm a black man. Number two, I'm a black man that's on a mission. That's absolutely correct. I'm a black man, number one. Number two, I'm a black man that's on a mission. Number three, I'm a black businessman. Right? So my business does not come before me being a black man. My blackness comes before me being a business. Okay? I'm a black man, number one. I'm a black man that's on a mission, number two. And I'm a black businessman, number three. All right? So I don't care about my brand if it's going to tarnish my blackness. My blackness comes first, and my blackness represents you. So I want you guys to understand that I will never fall back, that I will never compromise my blackness for whoever it is. Whether you white, black, Jew, Hispanic, it don't matter to me. I'm gonna represent this village. And when I see something that is blatant against my people, I'm gonna say something. Now, some of you guys don't want to say nothing. You don't want to hurt your business and all this stuff. My business has been growing organically because people realize that I'm a real person and that I really care and I got feelings. And I'm not gonna compromise. Okay, I'm not going to compromise my position for some foolishness. I am going to expose it because too many of us, for year after year after year, centuries, decades, have been duped and delighted. And I was thinking about this. I said, man, because there's nothing, everybody put this in the comments below. There's nothing new under the sun. We can go all the way back. You had house niggas and you had field Negroes, right? And then this that came on my mind, man, not too long ago, we had jive turkeys. Then we got people that's going to hustle you. Too often the black community gets hustled and I believe this. I'm sorry to say this, guys, but as a community, I think that we have the lowest level of discernment of any group. The lowest level of discernment. We cannot recognize the difference between real and fake, right? We'll go after a fake movement thinking that it's for us, but it's not. I was the first person to call out Black Lives Matter. I was the first person to do it. Everybody jumped on me and I told them, no, this is not what you think it is. Now everybody's like, no, that ain't what I thought it was. I was the first person to do it. Okay, I'm not going to go into anything else, but what I'm saying is we have got to raise our level of intuition, our level of discernment so that we can see who is really for us and who is trying to pimp us. All right. But in that process, I said, man, you know, let me go ahead and apologize to my people, okay? Because you my people, and you guys reached out to me, and you made sure that I was good, and I appreciate that, so I love you. And that's what it is. But I'm back, and I'm on fire. And you know what you're going to get tonight? You're going to get that fire. So here's the deal. I said, what would be something that I could show people that even in the midst of my trial, even in the midst of me standing up against the little devils, even against all of that, what could I come back to? And I came back to the very same thing that I continue to tell you guys, that's a good book. This is the power of having a good book in your life. And so tonight, I wanted to share with you the book that transformed my mind, the book that helped me to become part of who I am today. And I want to make sure that you get a taste of it tonight. So here's the deal. So we're going to start. It's called The Richest Man in Babylon. Just you see how small this book is? It's a book that will change your life. Richest Man in Babylon. No, sorry. Not what I'm talking about. That's another one of my favorite books. I'm sorry. It's called The Greatest Salesman in the World. The Greatest Salesman in the World by Mandino. Matter of fact, Mandino, he said this quote. He says that a failure will never overtake me as long as my will to succeed is strong enough. And most of us say that's Bill Cosby. That's not true. Mandino said it first. Failure will never, write that down. Failure will never overtake me if my will to succeed is strong enough. I'll repeat that again. Failure will never overtake me if my will to succeed is strong enough. And so I got to ask each and every one of you that's watching tonight, how strong is your will? I was talking to a young lady earlier. She was telling me all the things that she wanted to do, but I could tell in her voice that at that time, at that moment, that her will wasn't strong enough. So I had to uplift her. I had to talk to her. I had to make her believe in her own self. And then by the time we got off that phone, her will was starting to rise. And I got to ask you, how strong is your will to deal with these little devils, to deal with success, to deal with failure? How strong is your will? In other words, how bad do you really want it? How bad do you want to get out of debt? How bad do you want financial freedom? How bad do you want a company like True to become big enough to make sure they can employ enough people and they can make enough people millionaires? This is what I'm talking about, but you got to be able to see it. We got to get beyond what we used to see and start seeing what is now, and also start to look into the future, right? How bad do you want it? How bad do you want our people to rise? How bad do you want us to practice group economics? How bad do you want that dollar to circulate within our community? How bad do you want us to build up businesses and enterprises that we used to have when we had Black Wall Street? Everybody put in the comments below, New Black Wall Street. New Black Wall Street. Why? Because I want you to focus on the word new. Right? We heard about the old Black Wall Street. We heard about what they went through and what they dealt with, but they gave us a blueprint. They gave us a blueprint. And all we got to do is follow that blueprint to build up our cities, our infrastructure, and it's going to be brand new. Why? Because we won't be in one place. They're going to have to take out the whole country in order to take us out, because we're going to be everywhere. The new Black Wall, and I would even say streets. Because even back then, they had multiple Black Wall Streets. We know about the one in Tulsa. That's the one we talk about all the time. But they had one in Durham, North Carolina. They had one in Jackson, Mississippi. It wasn't the only one. As a matter of fact, I'm probably going to have to do a history lesson for you guys on the Black Wall Street, because we only talk about one of the stories. We don't talk about the insurance company that's down in Durham, North Carolina, started by John Merritt. We don't get that part of the story. An insurance company still around today, North Carolina and something. I don't know what it's called now, but anyway, New Black Wall Street. So when in the midst of my trial, before I got here, I said, man, what is it that I need? And I found it in a book. And so I want to make sure that you guys get this too, because there are going to be times when you're going to be dealing with little devils. There are going to be times when you are dealing with things that you have to overcome. And you got to have something or someone or somewhere you can go and you get back to yourself. And this is what I came to today after a couple people talked to me. I said, you know what? Let me get it together. Let me go and refresh my mind. Let me go and change the way that I think so I can change my results. Rich, the greatest salesman in the world, man. Today, this is scroll number 6, by the way. It's like 10 scrolls, but I'm just going to read 2 of them for you tonight. So today, I'll be master of my emotions. Everybody put that in the comments below. I will be master of my emotions. Today, I will be master of my emotions. The tides advance and the tides recede. Winter goes and summer comes. Summer wanes and the cold increases. The sun rises, the sun sets. The moon is full, the moon is black. The birds arrive and the birds depart. Flowers, they bloom and flowers fade. Seeds are sown, harvests are reaped. All nature is the circle of moods. And I'm part of nature, and so like the tides, my moods will rise and my moods will fall. And so like I'm a part of nature, and so like the tides, my moods will rise and my moods will fall. How many of you guys go through this, right? Your moods, they rise and your moods, they fall. And today my mood fell. My mood is right back up right now, baby. Today, I will be master of my emotions. It is one of nature's tricks, little understood, that each day I awaken with moods that have changed from yesterday. Yesterday's joy will become today's sadness, yet today's sadness will grow into tomorrow's joy. Inside me is a wheel constantly turning from sadness to joy, from exultation to depression, from happiness to melancholy. Like the flowers, today's full bloom of joy will fade and wither into despondency. Yet, I will remember that as today's dead flower carries the seed of tomorrow's bloom, so too does today's sadness carries the seed of tomorrow's joy. So too does today's sadness carry the seed of tomorrow's joy. Now, many of you guys who read the good book, you know that it says that joy comes in the morning, right? Joy comes in the morning. Today, I will be master of my emotions. And how will I master these emotions so that each day will be productive? And this is going to be important. How will I master these emotions so that each day I will be productive? Everybody put in the comments below, be productive. How will I master these emotions so that each day I will be productive? How many of you guys are going through some days where you just couldn't be productive because of your emotions? You couldn't capture what was going on the inside, and it just kept you from doing anything. You were stagnant because you couldn't capture or control your emotions. How will I master these emotions, the ones that rise and fall every day? I'm somebody else, and each day be productive. For unless my mood is right, the day will be a failure. Trees and plants depend on the weather to flourish, but I make my own weather. Yeah, I transport it with me. Everybody put in the comments below, I make my own weather. I make my own weather. See, too many of us, we are changed like the wind because we let circumstances change us when we should be the people that are walking into a circumstance bringing change. I make my own weather. And I got to ask you, when you go to your place, when you go to your job, when you go to church, when you go out, when you come home, it doesn't matter. What weather are you bringing with you? I make my own weather. If I bring rain and gloom and darkness and pessimism to my customers or to my village or to my network or to my church or everywhere I go, then they will react with rain and gloom and darkness and pessimism, and they will purchase not. But if I bring joy and enthusiasm and greatness and laughter to my customers, they will react with joy and enthusiasm and brightness and laughter, and my weather will produce a harvest. See, if I bring joy and brightness and laughter and enthusiasm, my weather will produce a harvest. How many of you guys want a harvest in your life? How many of you guys want things to be so great and so grand, so abundant that you have so much more that you have to give some away? How many of you guys want a harvest in your life? And if you only knew that this harvest was dependent upon your joy, your enthusiasm, your brightness, and your laughter each and every day, would it be easier for you to make sure that you had a harvest each and every day? Today, I will be master of my emotions. So it will produce a harvest of sales and a granary of gold for me. Today, I will be master of my emotions. And how will I master my emotions so that every day is a happy day and a productive one? I mean, I want to be happy every day. I want to be productive every day. And it's got something to do with my emotions. I need to learn how I can master my emotions. Well, I will learn the secret of the ages. Weak is he who permits his thoughts to control his actions. Strong is he who forces his actions to control his thoughts. We're going to have to write this one, okay? Because this is very important. Weak is he who permits his thoughts to control his actions. Go ahead and write that. Weak is he who permits his thoughts to control his actions. And we see it all the time, and we're all guilty of it. We let our thoughts control how we act. That's a weak-minded person. But strong is he who forces his actions to control his thoughts. See, sometimes when you're just mulling over thoughts, you're just thinking about stuff and it's causing you to do the wrong things, the bad things, the things you don't want in your life. Sometimes you just got to change what you're doing. So stop sitting there and thinking and go do something. Get up, get out, and get something, right? But if you sit in this place of despair and you just think about it and think about it and think about it, you won't be productive. But if you just get up, go for a walk, do something different, get to moving, you can be in a position where you're strong because you're forcing your thoughts to align with your actions. Each day when I awaken, I will follow this plan of battle before I am captured by forces of sadness, self-pity, and failure. If I feel depressed, I will sing. If I feel sad, I will laugh. If I feel ill, I will double my labor. If I feel fear, I will plunge ahead. If I feel inferior, I will wear new garments. If I feel uncertain, I will raise my voice. If I feel uncertain, I will raise my voice. If I feel poverty, I will think of the wealth to come. If I feel incompetent, I will remember past success. And this one trips many of you guys up. You start to think about how big this ordeal it is that you're taking on. You forget about the success that you've had in the past. If I feel incompetent, I will remember past success. If I feel insignificant, I will remember my goals. Today, I will be master of my emotions. Henceforth, I will know that only those with inferior ability can always be at their best, and I am not inferior. There will be days when I must constantly struggle against forces which would tear me down. Those days, those such as despair and sadness, are simple to recognize. But there are others which approach me with a smile and the hand of friendship, and they can also destroy me. Against them too, I must never relinquish control. If I become overconfident, I will recall my failures. If I overindulge, I will think of past hungers. If I feel complacency, I will remember my competition. If I enjoy moments of greatness, I will remember moments of shame. If I feel all powerful, I will try to stop the wind. If I attain great wealth, I will remember one unfed mouth. If I become overly proud, I will remember a moment of weakness. If I feel my skill is unmatched, I will look at the stars. Today, I will be master of my emotions. And with this new knowledge, I will also understand and recognize the moods of him on whom I call. I will make allowances. I will make allowances. I will make allowances for his anger and irritation of today, for he knows not the secret of controlling his mind. I want you to put in the comments below, I will make allowances. And here's the reason why. Too often, we expect everyone else to be perfect when we are not. Too often, we expect everyone to no one else to ever make a mistake, as if we never do. But if we would begin to make allowances for people to have a bad day, for people to make a mistake, for people to not always be themselves, knowing that I'm not always my best self. If we will make allowances for other people, right? We understand that today just might be a bad day, but tomorrow can be a great day. I will make allowances for his anger and irritation, for today he knows not the secret of controlling his mind. I can withstand his arrows and insults for now. I know that tomorrow he will change and be a joy to approach. No longer will I judge a man on one meeting. No longer will I fail to call again tomorrow he who meets me with hate today. This day he will not buy gold chariots for a penny, yet tomorrow he would exchange his home for a tree. My knowledge of this secret will be my key to great wealth. My knowledge of this secret will be my key to great wealth. Today, I will master my emotions. Henceforth, I will recognize and identify the mystery of moods in all mankind and in me. From this moment, I am prepared to control whatever personality awakes in me each day. From this moment on, I am prepared to control whatever personality awakes in me each day. I will master my moods through positive action. And when I master my moods, I will control my destiny. I will master my moods through positive action. And when I master my moods, I will control my destiny. So go ahead and put that in the comments below. When I master my moods, I will control my destiny. So after he said that is something we tend to forget when it comes to our own people, but we allow 500 years of others to do wrong and continue to do wrong. Yeah, man. Yeah. So again, when I master my moods, I will control my destiny. Go ahead and write that down. Get that down. Get that down. Take that. Take that. Take that. Take that. When I master my moods, I will control my destiny. Today, I control my destiny, and my destiny is to become the greatest salesman in the world. I will become master of myself, and I will become great. I will become master of myself. Stop trying to be the master of other people. Become the master of yourself, and you too will become great. Woo! So much relief came when I read those words. So much remembrance of where I've been, but also where I'm going. It helped me to get back to who I should be. Sometimes you just got to come back to a good book. Sometimes you got to get that word of encouragement for someone else. Sometimes you just got to do whatever it takes for you to get back in control of your emotions. So guys, I want to thank you tonight, because today was a day where I was tested. But that test would not cause me to fail. That test, it caused me to rise in my character as I continue to move forward to be who I will become. And I said this the other day. In order for us, you, me, I, whoever, in order for you to have the things that you dream of, whatever that is, you dreaming of this, you want this bit, whatever. In order for you to have those things, you must first become the person of your dreams. Let me put it this way. You must first become the person of your dreams before you can have the things of your dreams. I want you to write that down. That's the ERGJ original. You must first become the person of your dreams before you can have the things of your dreams. I know that's right. That's what the village is for, man. That is why I love the village, man. It's been some wonderful things that's happened today, and we're going to pick up on the I Will Succeed later. We'll do that probably tomorrow or something. I don't know. I'll get back on that. I really wanted to make sure we talked about this tonight because I believe that this really helps some people. If this helped you, go ahead and let us know how this reading helped you tonight. I really want to know because I really believe that if I was dealing with something, I believe there's some other people who are dealing with something as well. And maybe just this little thing, it helped turn your night around. It gave you something to think about as you go to bed tonight, and you might be mulling it over. Just keep saying it to yourself. I will be master of my own emotions. Today, I will master my own emotions. Today, I'm taking control of my mood. So you guys let me know. For you, what was your takeaway tonight? Did this bless you? Even if you don't have any words, maybe your thoughts are just blown away. And I just was blessed tonight. This is exactly what I needed, whatever it is for you. I know it was for me. And I just got to tell you guys that today has been absolutely phenomenal. There was a thread going on my page about cybersecurity and drones. I mean, these brothers was going in. I mean, these brothers, I was like, I think I'm intelligent and everything, but I couldn't hold a candle to I didn't even know what they were talking about. All I said was, hey, I'm just here for the comments. Because they were going in. I mean, one dude was like, I just really bring cybersecurity to help the inner city in Texas. And then they just start going in and all this stuff. I was like, this is why I love the village. Because we are serious about helping one another get to where we want to go. And for many of you, all we ask is that you just let us know where you want to go. That's it. All you got to do is let us know where you want to go. And all you got to do is continue to show up. If you do that, then you're going to get maximum benefits from the village. You might not get maximum benefits from Club Millie, but you're going to get maximum benefits for the village. So Van, I'm going to hit you in a little bit. But this is what it's about, man. So even when I'm going through whatever I'm going through, I know that I can depend on you. But I also want you to know that no matter what you go through, you can depend on me. When I'm weak, you be strong. And when you're weak, I'll be strong. That's what the village is always about. That's what it's going to continue to be about, man. We are as strong as our weakest link, guys. And we have got to do this together. Everybody put in the comments below together. We have got to do this together. So when I bring opportunities up, I bring plenty of them, right? Hey, Jeff, let me know when you're going to be coming to, Jeff is here. Let me know when you're going to be good to come reschedule that class that you got for us. But when I bring things for us to prosper, for us to take it to the next level. I want you to understand something. I understand my position. I understand my role. And so I have to be very careful what I select, because if I select something and it's disadvantageous to the movement, if it's disadvantageous to the group, even if it may be advantageous for me, I can't do it, right? This is why I have to turn down a lot of opportunities, because it has to be advantageous for the group. It can't just be advantageous for me, because I am for the people. I'm by the people and I'm for the people. I'm gonna stay that way, right? So I have to seriously look through these things and say, okay, well, what would make sense for us, not for me? That's not how everybody is. And I'm not telling you that's how you have to be. I'm just telling you how I am. So when I come across things like Club Millie, I make sure that it's available and accessible to the group. That's why it's only $20 a month. Do you understand? Somebody throw some numbers out about how much Wanda, Darren, Anthony, whoever else is here. Cookie, you probably know too. The stuff that we are learning, the stuff that we're going through in Club Millie, that you're only paying $20 a month to be a part of, how much should that really cost? And just be real. Just let them know, how much should it really cost? Or how much would the people who actually have the knowledge, who have been keeping it away from us because of the cost, how much are they charging for what we're doing? And people still won't take advantage of opportunity. They pass over opportunity repeatedly, and that's why they remain poor. Hey, Kayjon, you probably know. Who else is here? Jeff, you know. Well, Jeff, you know the stuff that we teach. How much are they charging for an options class or for an options seminar? How much are they charging for a Forex class? How much are they charging actually for you to come sit with them, talk to them, and actually go through some things as it relates to learning about stocks? How much do they charge? Now, let's keep it real with them. because they just keep it real with them. I ain't gonna say because, but what's going on, Bacon Bits? I'm only saying this because it doesn't really matter the cost. Why? Because what I learned is with people, it's not about the cost, it's about their commitment. If you were committed to getting out of debt, if you were committed to learning how to make your money work for you, if you were committed, then it wouldn't matter the cost. But because you're not committed to having a better life and fixing your finances and financing your own freedom and having the freedom to do and build the business that you want, because you're not committed, you always make the excuse that it's the cost. And here's how I can make it simple to you. You were broke all week, but as soon as the Beyonce tickets came out, you found some money. You've been broke for the past month, but as soon as something came out that you wanted, you found a way to get it because you're committed to your own despair. You're committed to your own demise. You're committed to being in debt. And what I'm trying to help you understand is once you change the way that you think, then you change the results in your life. And wealth, it begins right here. If you must be wealthy in your mind long before you're wealthy in your wallet, but because you are committed to being a slave of money, instead of making money your slave, you're going to remain broke, busted, and disgusted. And I'm going to tell you straight up, but until you decide that this is the day, this is the moment that I'm changing my life forever. There was a moment that came to me that I said that I will never be broke another day in my life. And that was the moment. And maybe you have to go through that moment. I don't know. But what I do know is what you are committed to, you get. And if you're committed to spending all your money on tickets that you can't afford, if you're committed to getting that car knowing that you don't need to, if you're committed to buying a house that you can't afford, if you're committed to getting the Louis Vuitton bags on sale but putting them on credit, if you're committed to looking rich but being broke, that's what you're going to have. But if you're committed to being rich but looking broke, that's a whole different lifestyle. And that's how the wealthy live. That's how Mark Zuckerberg lives. That's how freaking Bill Gates live. They not fashion flashy. They know they got money. They can get whatever they want. Right? But they got a different mindset. They got a different mindset. And so if you are that person that's saying, today is the day that I'm changing it. Today I'm getting with some people who walked away from the 90%. Right? And what we got? We got $250 an hour easy. Are we doing it for $20 a month? Are we crazy? Do we really love our people that much? Are we trying to give them no excuse? Absolutely. We're giving them no excuse. $1,000 grass flow, $3,000, $300 an hour and up. And if you guys, listen, the reason why, and I'm just going to tell you straight up, the reason why it's hard for me to do a one-on-one session because I'm $300 an hour. So I understand that most people are like, I can't really afford that. So I put this thing together so you can still have access to me in somewhat form and fashion, maybe in a group setting. Because if I got to give up $300 an hour to coach you and I'm not getting $300 in return, I know my worth. I know what my time is worth. I know what people are willing to pay me to come speak at their organizations and their schools. I'm just telling you straight up. So if I'm saying, hey, man, we can have these sessions. We're going to talk just like regular folk talk for $20 a month and you still can't do it. You know what? You're not committed to it. Nowhere else are you going to really find it because you're not looking for it. It's not interesting to you. You don't want to learn how to make your money work for you. So wealth begins in the mind. You must be wealthy in your mind long before you're wealthy in your wallet. And because I have developed this mindset of wealth, I'm able to see opportunities like this. Because I've developed this mindset of the wealthy, I was able to create this thing called Club Millie. Because I've started to develop the mindset of wealth, I've been able to teach kids about money. Because I developed this mindset of wealth, I left the poverty consciousness and I walked into the abundance consciousness. Let me repeat that again. I left the poverty consciousness and I walked into the abundance consciousness. And that's what I want for you. That's what I want for my people. That's what I want for the village. I want everybody that I touch, everybody that I have some type of influence on to walk in their life with the abundance consciousness where you can't stop the blessings from flowing because you are operating in a manner that's high above anything on this plain earth. Your level of consciousness has risen and you can't keep the things away from you because you attract to you who you are. So my question to you is, who are you really? Who are you really? Well, guys, this episode has been brought to you by True Detergent. That's right, True Detergent, black-owned and manufactured right here in the Atlanta area. We're doing free delivery to your doorstep. Give us a call at 678-851-2400. That's 678-851-2400. 101 ounce bottle, $15. That's 15 cents per wash. And here's the deal. You're going to wash your clothes anyway. Everybody washes their clothes. And the question is, who are you going to use to wash your clothes? And all I'm asking you is give us a try. Your own brothers and sisters from the hood, by the hood, whatever you want to call it, True Detergent, make the switch. But then also, guys, I am really serious about this. Consider where you are and consider where you want us to be. I am saying to you that this one product, who would have thought this one product, just like Madam C.J. Walker, this one product, just like Carter G. Woodson, this one product, just like what's his name, the peanut guy, George Washington Carver, this one product can make all of us millionaires. If we just help them get to where they got to go, I promise you, they're going to help us get to where we need to go. As I just stated to you, our true investment session is already sold out. That's 40 souls that I'm going to help to make a lot of money, right? And if you guys know anything about me, when I call somebody and I say, hey, this is ERG, they know it's about money. That's just me. And what I'm saying to you is, if you just help them to expand their products, so now we have another line that me, you, and everyone else we can go out and sell. And we can be the Walmart. Instead of letting Walmart get all the profit, we get the profit. You got to start seeing this. Instead of Walmart hiring at $7 an hour, we can hire people at $10 and $15 an hour. If you just help them get to where they need to go, they're going to help us get to where we need to go. Okay? And you can do that by making a donation to a Kickstarter campaign. That means they're kickstarting a campaign to expand their products and services. Every business does it when they're at this level. And all I'm saying is, are we going to take the opportunity and are we going to take the obligation to help our own? Yes, I do take pre-orders. I know that, you know what? I talked to them about that, Chris. That's a great idea. By the time I talked to them about it, the Kickstarter campaign was already over. I told them y'all need to add that in the Kickstarter, but I see where you're going with it. I'm going to talk to them tomorrow and see I see how we can work that out, because if you go through Kickstarter, it may not, I don't know how we're going to be identify that you want to get a pre-order clear, but I may be able to talk to them and say, okay, well, at this level, we'll be able to signify who gets a pre-order for clear, something like that. But the Kickstarter, it won't let you change your settings once you have it set up. That was the problem. I already talked to them about that, but I think we might be able to go a different way, or may go a different route with it. If you got any ideas, just hit me up, inbox me, and we'll talk about that. So that actually was brought. See, the business be bringing that, you guys bring these suggestions, but they're already in the campaign. That was the problem. So I've been trying to help them. You know, they older guys. You know, you seen the videos. These guys have been in the game. They're 70, 60, 70 years old. So, you know, a guy like me coming in and saying, hey, here's what we can do. It's new to them. You know what I'm saying? But they know business. You know what I'm saying? And remember I told you guys, the whole point of this community, right? What we have to do is we have to take the wisdom of the ages, that's them, and we have to have the enthusiasm or the creativity of the youth, and we got to merge it together. And that's exactly what we're doing. The wisdom of the ages, they know business. They've been doing it for a while. You know what I'm saying? They just don't have all this social media stuff. So we're taking the wisdom of the ages, exactly what I preach. I practice what I preach. Taking the wisdom of the ages, the creativity and exuberance of the youth, and we're merging it together to have a wonderful, great, big company. That's for us, right? So make your donation. That's it. I'm not, just make your donation and say that, you know what? I did my part, and I'm gonna continue to do my part until they reach their goal, right? I'm going to do my part. That's all I'm asking you to do. Your part. Be a part of history. This is monumental. This is history. This could be historic. If you guys really could see and broadcast it out, this could be historic. Where we're doing import and export to Africa. You know what I'm saying? We've got products all over the world, and guess what? It's all in-house in our community because we didn't sell it off. Think about it. This is an opportunity. But I would also say it's our obligation. What other time have we had to help a manufacturer become one of the greatest companies in the world? When's the last time we had a Fortune 500 company that was owned and controlled by black people? Never. We got an opportunity, and I believe that we also have an obligation. Well, guys, this is ERGJ, your certified financial educator, and founder of New Black Wall Street. This is New Black Wall Street book club. We're going through the greatest salesman in the world. We only got through the first part, which was I will master my emotions. And here's the deal, man. I want you to remember this: that wealth, it begins in the mind. You must be wealthy in your mind long before you're wealthy in your wallet. It takes a village, guys, and it starts with us. So let's build. Let's build wealth as we climb together. You guys have a good night.
Thanks you for joining the show. We gave a lot of great tips, but it's time to go. Take the knowledge we shared, hope you use it and grow. We'll see you all there at the next episode of the New Black Wall Street. The New Black Wall Street.